Hi, Analisa Six here with the Lady of Leisure and the Sober Curator to bring you the November 2024 horoscope for the zodiac sign of Aquarius for Sun and Rising placements. Now, it's already November 16th. I'm already really behind on getting these videos out, but my hope is that there's still some beneficial things to hear about the rest of the month. And you can reflect on how the last couple of weeks of November have already transpired for you, hearing some of the astrological kind of things that we started the month out with. But November starts out in Scorpio season every single month. So Scorpio is the fixed water sign of the zodiac that traditionally rules the eighth house. But where Aquarius has Scorpio hitting for you is the house that represents your career and your public life. So anything that you do work wise or anything that you do that's out in the public, Scorpio season impacts that for you every year from a horoscopic perspective. When we started out November, we started out with a new moon at 9 degrees of Scorpio that hit on November 1st. Now, new moons are a powerful energy that is kind of a frequency of planting a seed. So whenever we have a new moon, it said it's a really good time to set intentions towards anything that we want to manifest. We're not going to see that manifestation for at least another month, if not longer, depending on what we have going on an individual level in our charts. But it's a really good time to set intentions around what it is we wish to cultivate or manifest moving forward. So for Aquarius, this new moon was a really powerful and positive energy for you when it comes to setting intentions around what you want to manifest in your career or your public life. On the flip side, Scorpio energy also has it rules death and rebirth. And so new moons in the sign of Scorpio also are really positive for releasing and letting go energy that we feel like is no longer serving us. So if we're wanting to make big changes when it comes to our career or our public life, this was also a positive time to set intentions around how you wish to do that moving forward. Starting the month out, we also had Mercury finishing up its stint in Scorpio. So over the last few weeks, Mercury has been passing through your career house. So work and career and public life has been a very big theme for Aquarius dominant people over the last few weeks. Now, on the 3rd, Mercury leaves Scorpio and enters Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is the sign of the zodiac that represents our connection to spirituality, philosophy, metaphysical studies, higher education. It also is connected to the need to seek truth, wisdom. It's also the wanderlust energy where we feel a need to travel and have adventures. And it enters Mercury enters the 11th house moving into Sagittarius, which is the house that Aquarius traditionally rules. So there's a connection to all those Sagittarius themes. And then the 11th house is our connection to friendship groups. It also rules our community relationships, political organizations, any kind of group or culture that we're attached to. The 11th house is connecting us to. So with Mercury entering here, basically what it indicates is that we are getting an amplification of social energy or a desire to connect to people in our lives that we care about. So we could feel like our social calendar is more full. On the flip side of this too, you've already had this house elevated because Venus has already been passing through this area since October. So around October 17th, Venus moved into this area of the Aquarius chart. So you've already had all of your social energy amplified. And in the sign of Sagittarius too, it's really important that we're around people that share values and beliefs and are on the same page as us. We really want to connect with like-minded people. And Mercury entering this area of the chart on November 3rd, that amplifies that energy frequency, just kind of gets another kick. So kind of coming back to the beginning of the month again, because we're going to move into some of the other energies that happen. Mars around the 4th and 5th moves into the fixed fire sign of Leo, which is the sign that is opposite Aquarius. So where that hits in the Aquarius horoscope is the house that rules relationships. Now, this is partnerships specifically. So this can be romantic partnerships. This can be business partnerships. This can be best friends and creative partnerships. Anybody that we work with side by side. And when Mars is passing through this house, it amplifies everything for good and bad. It's considered to be a more conflict-oriented sign, but it can also amplify drive and passion here. So when Mars is passing through here, we might feel a lot of energy towards our relationships, but we also have an opportunity to kind of butt heads in more relationship dynamics as well. And in Leo, there can be a competitive urge. And so we are more prone to learning lessons around humility, and also where we need to maybe reflect on our own ego projections and whether or not we're coming from the right place and how we're trying to share and connect in relationships. Leo is a sign that's really passionate. It's very romantic and joyful and, pleasure seeking. It's very expressive. It's very intense, fiery, And so when Mars is passing through here, it amplifies all of that, and it amplifies that in relationship dynamics. And some of the shadow qualities of Leo is it can be competitive and ego driven and kind of arrogant, and just there can be a hardness to Leo and a self-centeredness to Leo, but Leo really wants to connect and share. So Mars passing through here, there's a lot of those themes that are coming up for Aquarius in relationship dynamics because it's passing through that house or that area of the chart that rules relationships. And what's interesting is this Mars placement in the seventh house is making a trine to that Mercury in Sagittarius. And that's also influencing the group associations and your relationship with friends during the month of November. Now, as the month progresses, Venus is going to leave Sagittarius and enter the sign of Capricorn around the 13th, where it already is now that we're, November 16th. And so Venus is going to be entering the 12th house, which is the house that rules the subconscious. And Venus in the 12th house is a really positive energy for healing any past trauma. It's also a good time for reflecting on your values and beliefs around relationships and kind of what you desire in your relationships with others. It also is a really positive time for creative energy and feeling more spiritually in tune with yourself. There's a lot of good energy for getting more discipline when it comes to a spiritual practice and connecting to the subconscious in positive ways. After that, on the 15th of November, we're going to have a full moon at 24 degrees of Taurus. Now, this is highlighting your career house where the sun has been, and then the moon is in the fourth house, which is home and family. And so around the 15th, it's a positive time to set intentions around what you want to manifest when it comes to your home life and how that relates to your career. You could experience big changes around the full moon when it comes to how you're relating to home and family. If you are feeling like you want to move or you want to change things about your home, this is a good time to set intentions around how you want to manifest those things. The same day that we have that full moon, Saturn is going to station direct in Pisces. And so we've had Saturn retrograde since the end of June, and that's been hitting in your house of finances. So if you've been kind of dealing with some financial struggles or even just kind of some confusing energy around money, now that Saturn is direct on the 15th, this is kind of going to help move things forward where you've had a hard time moving things forward. So some of that tension is finally going to be releasing around money. However, it's still in Pisces, and there's still some definite confusion and an instability here, but Saturn's trying to help you kind of learn through it. Saturn's teaching you lessons around how to be more creative when it comes to how you're managing money. And it gets a little bit easier once Saturn stations direct. However, after that, on the 21st, we're going to enter Sagittarius season, and Mercury is going to enter its shadow period. So there's more opportunity for communication conflict with friends and group associations and things like that on the 21st. So just be mindful. And then the sun here, though, amplifies like our desire to be social and connect with people. So even though there might be some tension and some communication conflict, we're also kind of blessed by this solar energy that wants us to have a lot of, kind of social time. And then what else is happening on the 21st? I thought there was something else. I think that's it. Oh, Pluto's entering Aquarius. Pluto's entering your sign of Aquarius. That's a big deal. Pluto's already been kind of in this little teeter-totter with Capricorn and Aquarius, and then Pluto's finally stationing in Aquarius again, and is going to be there for the next 20 years. I've been talking about it for a long time now. But it is going to be staying in Aquarius. I do not think it moves back into Capricorn at all for the rest of our lifetime. So we're going to have Pluto passing through the first house of the horoscope, which means that you are going through a death and rebirth around who you are identity wise. This is a really powerful time where you maybe just feel like big changes, to who you are and who you've been since you've known yourself. Big, big changes. And then after that, Mercury is going to station retrograde on the 25th in that house of community and friendships. And so there might be more conflict and group dynamics than what is comfortable, but this is supposed to help you grow and evolve beyond where you've been. And then on November 30th, we're going to have a new moon at 9 degrees Sagittarius. And so again, this is happening in that 11th house around community and friendship circles. Really positive time for you to set intentions around who you are in your community, who you are in your group associations, what your values and your beliefs are politically. And, if there's anything that you wish to grow, evolve in, or manifest more into your life, this is a powerful time to do it, especially if you want more friends. If you're the kind of person where you feel like you haven't been surrounded by the right people, this new moon is a positive time for you to set intentions around manifesting more of the types of relationships into your life that you want to have, especially with Mars in the 7th house. If you have people that you love and you enjoy spending time with, this could also just be a time where you set intentions towards how you want to show up for those people, or if you want to spend more time with them. Also, just kind of your political associations, like those types of things, you could be growing and evolving in as well. All right, Aquarius, I am going to leave you there. If you liked this video, please hit the like and subscribe button to get notified on when I post these. And I will share my contact info in the description box, and I will see you guys next month. Good luck.